ও ঠাকুর বৈষ্ণব পদ অবনীর সুসম্পদ
ঠাকুর বৈষ্ণব পদ অবনীর সুসম্পদ
শুনো ভাই হইয়া এক মন
শুনো ভাই হইয়া এক মন
শুনো ভাই হইয়া এক মন
We're taking a rickshaw through the busy streets of Navadvip. We've seen the modern part of Bengal coming up, in Calcutta, of course, and Mayapur Chandradaya Mandir. It's very modern. It's done in a very beautiful way. It'll attract people from all over the world. But although this is a little inconvenient on these bumpy roads, these old rickety rickshaws, I like it. It reminds me of the old days when we'd come in the 70s, when Srila Prabhupada would come to Mayapur for the Purnima festival. He'd lecture every morning, and we'd sit and listen at his lotus feet. He'd inspire us in so many ways, enlightening us to the real nature of this world and the positive alternative of the spiritual world. And I remember we were so eager to keep doing Sankirtan while we were in the land of Sankirtan. Navadvip, we'd be young men, 20, 21, 22. We'd come together and we'd take the boat over here to Mayapur, take these old rickshaws and come into the center of Navadvip, and we'd do Harinam in the hot sun from 12 to 3. People thought we were a little crazy. They always respected us. But they say mad dogs and Englishmen are the only ones that got it in the hot sun. And then they'd say also Hare Krishnas. But kind of nostalgia, coming to Navadvip again, going through the streets. I've already met a few people that I knew all way back then. Some older gentlemen, they meet me at the ghat or on the street, and Maharaj. So it's kind of like family, isn't it? The greater movement of Lord Chaitanya, all the Vaishnavas, Gaudiya Vaishnavas, it's like one big family. So it's good to see old friends here in Navadvip. In the property rickshaw. Haribol!
Asrayo loiya Hare, Tare Krishna loiya
আর সমরে অকারণ
আর সমরে অকারণ
আর সমরে অকারণ
আর সমরে অকারণ
বৈষ্ণব চরণ জল প্রেম ভক্তি দিতে বল
বৈষ্ণব চরণ জল প্রেম ভক্তি দিতে বল
আর কেহ নহে বল বন্ত
আর কেহ নহে বলবন্ত
আর কেহ নহে বলবন্ত
আর কেহ নহে বলবন্ত
বৈষ্ণব চরণ রেণু মস্তকে ভূষণ বেনু
বৈষ্ণব চরণ রেণু মস্তকে ভূষণ বেনু
আর নাহি ভূষণের অন্ত
আর নাহি ভূষণের অন্ত
ভূষণের অন্ত
আর নাহি ভূষণের অন্ত
তীর্থ জল পবিত্র গুণে লিখিয়াছে পুরাণে
Such a great fortune, hard to fathom actually, the mercy that Srila Prabhupada has bestowed upon all of us. This is the Dhammeshwara Mahaprabhu temple. There's an exquisitely beautiful deity of Lord Chaitanya here that was given to Mother Vishnupriya, the wife of Lord Chaitanya before he took sannyas. He arranged that this deity was actually carved, I've been told by authoritative sources, carved from the tree, the neem tree, that Lord Chaitanya was born under. So she received this deity. And when Mahaprabhu took sannyas, she worshipped that deity with all her heart and soul. She gave everything to worship of that deity. And when she was to leave this world, after all that puja for so many years, she entered into the deity room, closed the door, and did bhajan, and then she merged into the deity in the midst of it. So we've come here to take the blessings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Vishnupriya, and all the wonderful Vaishnavas that actually serve here. I've heard we're going to get a special treat. We're going to be able to see the shoes, the wooden shoes of Mahaprabhu that after taking sannyas, Mahaprabhu could understand the feelings of separation that Vishnupriya was feeling. So Mahaprabhu gave the shoes to his mother, Sachimata, to give to Vishnupriya. So those shoes have been worshipped here for 500 years. So I'm just praying for a lot of mercy so that I can share my good fortune with other people around the world. It's not an ordinary thing. I always say Krishna consciousness is not ordinary, it's extraordinary. And we get these opportunities, special opportunities. I think they come to purify our heart so that we can be proper representatives of our founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada and our previous acharyas, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, the six Goswamis, Narottam Srinivas, Shamananda. We feel a connection with them because we're carrying on the work that they did. Actually, you can think that Prabhupada's mission in coming to the West was something that, Mahaprabhu envisioned. He knew, or he said, declared, that the Sankirtana movement would go to every town and village of the world. And I feel that all the generations after Mahaprabhu, they worked towards that goal. Even if it was just establishing Gaudiya Vaishnavism in India, in Bharat, the land of light, the land of transcendental knowledge, that's the real land. All these great acharyas worked in their own ways in each of their generations to somehow facilitate that day that Krishna consciousness could go to the West in the form of Prabhupada's ISKCON movement. So it's happened, it's working, it's going on. So, every devotee has the right, privilege to come here and beg for mercy that we can be proper representatives of Srila Prabhupada, proper representatives of the six Goswamis of Vrindavan and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's desire. It will happen. Mahaprabhu could do it in a minute if he wanted, but we're always begging for service. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. What are we doing? Please give me service. So the most cherished service for all of us is to continue the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. As Prabhupada did in a very bold, adventurous, risky way. Let us all get out of our comfort zones and take some risks for spreading Krishna consciousness. Surely Lord Nrsimhadev will protect us. We just had his appearance here, so, like that. So I just wanted to share with all of you some of the scenes here. I don't know if we can actually take a shot of the shoes, but other things we can take and feel that you're here, be enlivened, and let us all pray for seva to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
জল পবিত্র গুণে লিখিয়াছে পুরাণে
তীর্থ জল পবিত্র গুণে লিখিয়াছে পুরাণে জানে
সে সব ভক্তির প্রবঞ্জন
সে সব ভক্তির প্রবঞ্চন
সে সব ভক্তির প্রবঞ্জন
সে সব ভক্তির প্রবঞ্চন
বৈষ্ণবের পাদ দুঃখ সম নহি সব
বৈষ্ণবের পাদ দক সমনয়ে
যাতে হয় বাঞ্ছিত পুরাণ
যাতে হয়
Here we see a very beautiful deity of Lord Chaitanya. Dhameshwara Gauranga means that he's the Lord of this Dham, Mayapur. This is actually an eternal Dham, but Mahaprabhu takes his time to come here. He waits through all the ages, Satya, Treta, Dvapara, and then he comes in Kali. Actually, Krishna is known as Tri Yuga Avatar. He comes in 3 ages. But he also comes in Kali Yuga, thank God. But he comes as Chana Avatar, hidden Avatar. Initially, no one knew who he actually was. He was just Nimai Pandit, a scholar. Eventually, he revealed his supreme identity as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And then he started the Sankirtana movement. Just before the Sankirtana movement started, Mahaprabhu was having kirtan in the house of Srivas Thakur, Srivas Sangha, and with his confidential associates. But then one day, it was time for his mercy to flood the earth for the rest of Kali Yuga. And he used to go out on Harinam with all his devotees. Just imagine. The Supreme Personality of Godhead finds pleasure in going out on Sankirtan and sharing the Mahamantra with others. So if it's good enough for the Supreme Personality of Godhead, then that Sankirtan is good enough for all of us. Actually, we all experience a special kripa, a special mercy when we're out on the streets. Sometimes devotees ask me, what's your favorite temple? I say, my temple is on the corner of First Street and Vine, figuratively, some corner street somewhere in some city in the world, downtown, distributing books or stopping people, giving invitations, selling our magazines, inviting people to a blissful Hare Krishna event. For me, that's home. Because home is where the heart is. And as followers of Srila Prabhupada, our home is actually his desire. What's in his heart is in our hearts, like Father, like Son. So I'm trying to become qualified, to become purified, to actually develop some taste for the holy name and develop real compassion as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did, and Lord Nityananda, his transcendental brother, to develop that quality, the quantity and quality of their compassion for the world. And I think if by Prabhupada's mercy we're able to do that, we can change the face of the earth. The holy name is all-powerful. It's non-different than Krishna. So if we chant it with a purified heart in a mood of compassion and out of love for divine Prabhupada and Krishna, our chanting will have an effect. So Sankirtan begins when we sit down every morning and we chant our japa. And we attend Guru Pujas. Earlier we go to Arti. These are the things that purify our hearts. They're very powerful. There's so much mercy on Sankirtan. I related recently in a class that Papa was talking about Vishwamitra Muni, how he, in Satya Yuga, he meditated for 60,000 years. 60,000 years, and he achieved perfection. This isn't a lecture. Then Prabhupada paused, he said, now, by the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you can achieve the same perfection by going on Sankirtan for 2 days. He was sitting in a chair, almost fell off the chair. And we shouldn't think it's an exaggeration. One of the offenses against the holy name is to consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna as imagination. So, let's not live in the world of imagination, this material world. Let's live in the absolute reality of seva. The Supreme Personality of Godhead in His incarnation is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Here in India, we want to make Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as famous as the Das avatars. Everyone knows the Das avatars, the 10 incarnations of Krishna. We want to introduce them to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu because of all the incarnations, He's the most merciful. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki, Nityananda Ram ki, Sri Panchatattva ki, ISKCON Mayapur ki, TOV ki, preaching all over the world ki, take all the fallen conditioned souls home with us back to the spiritual world ki, Vidai go Premanande.